Would you describe your lower back as feeling sore and stiff? Your lower back is pivotal to being able to lift, carry, and bend. But did you know that a minor tweak in your routine might be the key to a pain-free back? But what if your lower back doesn't feel stiff or achy right now? That's fantastic. This video is still for you because what I'm going to show you will also help prevent lower back pain. Hi, I'm Kate. Back pain is so common, it's estimated that 80% of American adults will have it at some point during their lives. Yoga can help because your spine is designed to move in multiple directions while twisting and bending, just like in yoga. You see, a lot of exercises only move your body in one way. When you're cycling, running, or walking, for instance, you're moving in something called the sagittal plane. And even then, you're usually only moving forward, as we hardly ever bend backward when doing those exercises. This is why yoga is so great, because we don't just move in one plane, but all three planes of movement. Yoga has whole groups of poses devoted to not only bending you forwards and backwards, but to the side, rotationally, even upside down. In addition to moving multiple ways though, what you really need to develop for your lower back are strength, flexibility, and control, or what we call stability. Which brings us back to the tweak you want to make in your routine to benefit your lower back. Actually, it's a couple of tweaks. The first one has to do with the title of this video, Best Beginner Yoga Stretches for Lower Back Pain. This routine is based on back pain science, as well as guidelines from the American College of Physicians. But the tweak has to do with the word best, as the best thing for your lower back is going to be repetition and variety. This means you'll want to regularly repeat this routine. However, you're also going to need more than one routine because your body gets strong in how you use it. So you need a variety of exercises to give your body surprises so it can learn to grow and adapt to different challenges. Let's get into the routine and keep watching because as we go along, I'll give you the other tweak. To warm up, we're going to begin with bringing one knee at a time to our chest. Hold the knee there for a moment with the opposite leg straight out in front of you and on the floor, and then switch. This begins to warm up your hips, which can be key to supporting your lower back. Go for a total of 10 rounds. There's no need to rush with these. Just go at your own pace. Earlier, I mentioned control, so you want to ensure you aren't just flailing your body about, but instead are going for smooth and even movements. And this may mean you need to slow down. That's okay. Our second move continues the warm-up. Place your feet together, open your arms up wide, even with your shoulders, then let your knees go from side to side. This prepares your back for more twisting movements, or what we call rotation. Twists are wonderful because they get into several layers of your back muscle at once. Next, we move into dynamic supine twists. Hold your right knee to your chest, like you did in the first posture, with your left leg straight out in front of you. Keep your right knee there, then open your arms up wide again like a T, even with your shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders on the ground as you take your right knee over to the left. This is another gentle twisting posture. At the end, you can use your left hand to help your right knee, but try to avoid pushing your knee down hard. If your right shoulder lifts a little bit, that's okay, but you don't want to roll your entire body over to the left. Seek balance in the two sides. So if you notice one side's feeling a little tighter than the other, you can do a few more on that side. At the end, hold the pose for 5 slow breaths in and out through your nose. Do the right side 10 times, then switch and do the left. That takes us to bridge rolls. The goal here is to feel each bone in your spine, called the vertebrae, move individually. So start with your knees and feet hip-width apart and semi-close to your butt. Now gently lift your pelvis, your lower back, your middle back, and finally your upper back. We're going for a smooth movement, like a wave. If you find some sticky or even stuck places, you can pause there for a moment or two and give those areas a little extra love. After you get to the top, gently reverse the process and roll down your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, and finally your pelvis. Again, do this 10 times. We're still in the bridge position. This next posture is what I like to call a heart lift, and the setup here is important. Keep your butt, shoulders, and head on the ground as best you can. Your arms start down by your side, out at a slight angle. Then bend your elbows so your fingertips end up right over your elbows. Use your arms to give you leverage by pressing down into your elbows. At the same time, lift only your chest, your heart area, off the ground. This is the setup. Now, actively press your shoulders, butt, and head down into the ground and lift and lower your elbows 5 times. Keep your elbows bent as you do this. Do 3 sets of 5, pausing for 30 seconds in between each set. Earlier, I mentioned there was another tweak you want to make to benefit your lower back, and that's working the areas above and below your lower back. This means you'll want to work your hips as well as your middle and upper back. You see, when any of these areas are tight and don't move freely, the lower back has to take over, and that can put it more at risk. Our next posture is something called a curl up. Keep your left leg straight out in front of you, bend your right knee, and place your foot on the ground. Then, place your hands underneath your lower back. Now, press your elbows down and lift your head and the center of your chest off the ground. Then gently lower back down. This isn't a big movement. Maybe you'll lift a few inches, but that's all you need to do the work. When you come up, hold at the top for a slow count of 3. Then come down. After you do 3, switch legs and do 3 more for a total of 6. We're ready to move to our hands and knees for a classic cat and cow. Again, you want to avoid going too quickly. Your goal is 5 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale on cow, exhale on cat. Posture 8 is commonly called bird dog, but in yoga, we call it tiger pose. A key difference is you want to bring the extended arm and leg lightly to touch the ground, then extend them out again. This pose highlights how your lower back can stabilize you, so try not to move your lower back or your torso as you do these. From tiger pose, we're going to move to a low lunge. You can always cushion your back knee by using a small towel or folding over the side of your mat. Place your knee on the ground right underneath your hips and torso. Then, place both hands on your front thigh and engage your glutes. Hold for 5 slow breaths in and out of your nose. Finally, we'll end with locust pose. Lie down on your stomach with your arms back behind you and your palms facing down. Your chin is on the mat. Keeping your hands actively pressing down to the mat, lift your chin and chest off the mat 5 times. Then rest by turning your head to the right and turning your palms face up for 30 seconds. Then do one more round and rest with your head to the left when you're finished. Remember to come back to this routine anytime your back is feeling a little tender or to give it a shot of prevention. By the way, I made you a PDF of this entire routine, complete with pictures and timing. To get it, follow the link in the description. And like I said, your lower back will benefit from a variety of routines, but there's a danger in choosing the wrong yoga video. So you'll want to watch this one next to learn the biggest mistake most online yoga classes make.